house or do you whip them? Opinions and decisions, hunches, intuitions, may or may not get it, cause people's experience different. Check the prejudice at the door. Speak your mind, you give the flow. Tell the truth if it's sweet or sour, cause the hour we spitting that fire.
Hello, everyone. This is Spittin' Fire, and I'm coming to you with an update on Kanye West. So it seems that Kanye West have to find a home for his dividends. I ain't never heard nothing like this in all my day of living on this earth. I have never heard of anybody money getting evicted from a bank. Yeah, that seems like that is the case here. Okay, that seems like that's the case. It seems like Kanye West, his money is getting evicted from the bank. And CANDANCEOWEN even took to tweet about it. He said, earlier today, I've learned Kanye West is officially kicked out of J.B. Morgan Chase Bank. I was told there was no official reason given, but this letter was sent as well as to confirm that he has until November to find another place for the Yeezy empire to bank. Now, I just find that to be so interesting that with all that's going on, and many people say it's because of the anti-Semitic remarks, the White Lives Matter shirt, and things of that nature. Now, here's the thing that I have a problem with when it pertains to stuff like this. We have what's called freedom of speech, right? And the way he feels about certain things, it's either you decide to rock with him or you don't. There were a lot of things that were happening towards black people with white people, and they will get suspended or they will get kicked out for a short limited time, and then they will bring them back. But when it comes to black people saying some anti-Semitic remarks or how they feel, if they feel that this anti-Semitic, they want to make sure they try to ruin all of everything for him. And I find that to be interesting. I find it to be interesting that J.B. Morgan Chase, regardless, I know that there's a home for, the Jewish community, right? And I understand that. But at some point, you have to still mind your business. You have to still that's not in your lane. His First Amendment, that's violations or whatever. But because they don't want his money there, I'm sure somebody else will put his money where he wanted to be. I'm sure. I'm definitely sure. So they said that this was the letter. Okay, and we're going to blow this up. And it says, Dear Ye, okay, we are sending this letter to inform our recent decision with, okay, blah, 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 with J.P. Morgan Chase Bank, okay, has decided to end banking relationship with Yeezy LLC and its affiliate entities. To provide the company with sufficient time to transition another financial institution, we will continue to maintain the account, okay, attached, including a related products and services until November. To avoid any transaction delay, we suggest that you stop processing company transaction and or using any products associated with accounts 5 business days before the scheduled closure date to set forth. After that date, the bank will close any accounts, and after deduction, then any permission services charged and pending transaction, remit all remaining funds to the form of a check delivered to the company at the address of record. We ask that you act promptly, transfer the business and other financial institution before November 21st. If you have any questions or concerns, please feel free to call your usual bank contact. Thank you for your attention in this matter. Sincerely, J.B. Morgan Chase Bank. Now, what do you think about this? Like, do you think that he should be silenced? Do you think that, because of his remarks, they find it to be offensive? What do you think? Personally, here, what I think is this. I think that if he wanted to wear a black White Lives Matter shirt, I don't think it's anything wrong with it. Not because I'm insecure of Black Lives Matter, but Black Lives Matter has not done anything for black people. And when black people really understand that, because it says the word black people or black lives, that make you think that that's somebody for you. That is someone who is black, who capitalized off the pains and the suffering and the police brutality of other loved ones who lost loved ones because of it. That organization has never given back to anything other than. And they wait on the next death to happen so you and people like you can donate to them in this false hope that they're going to do something that they hadn't done in the last 10 years that they have been up and running. Okay. And so because he does have biracial children, and because of these type of things, I don't understand why it is an issue where we're saying white lives matter. Some people say, well, white lives always matter. Not all the time. During the civil rights movement, there were a lot of white people who died right along with black people for black people to even have civil rights. You need to understand these things before we go around and just get all upset and mad. Sometimes just because somebody wore white lives matter doesn't mean it's degrading you as being a black person. When you stop thinking that way, you will understand what it is that he is trying to say and understand the message. People see white lives matter and they think it's something against black people. There's nothing wrong with somebody who want to support another race. Remember, I have told you, when they were rioting Black Lives Matter, there was a lot of white people out there rioting. White people. So why is it that it's okay for white people to help you riot or help you destroy your community or help you do something else and say, yeah, black lives do matter? Well, why can't somebody black say white lives matter? You know, if you sit up there and think of everything, and I've always told y'all I never think at the surface level here. So here's what I'm saying. If white people can say black lives matter, that's a charity case to the whole black culture. When are we going to move a step up and no longer be a charity case? White lives matter, black lives matter, Asian lives matter, whoever else, Indian lives matter. Everybody goddamn lives matter. And if I got a mixed family and I got white people in my family, I want to say white lives matter. They want to say black lives matter, LGBT life matter. So what? So what? We have become too sensitive to things. But the problem that I have, and it's not that I agree with what he's saying. I'm not saying I agree with Kanye. I'm not saying I agree with the shirt. But I'm saying this is right. Other than that, what my whole say is this. If we continue to be a charity case, we would never get ahead and grow as a culture, okay? And we got to stop thinking at the surface level, because if you stop and think about what it is he's saying and get your emotion out of it, you may just agree with what it is that he is speaking and what he's talking. Because no matter how crazy you people think that he is, the man is smart. Okay, you got to remember, you know what I'm saying? He made them dividends grow and grow and grow and grow and grow. So he got some business sense. All right. So I think that we just take things a little bit too extreme. Okay. I think we take things too far. To kick his money out the bank, So you saying I can't say what I want to say. You're saying that because I don't know if anybody even knew that J.B. Morgan Chase was the one holding Ye's LLCs and its affiliates. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't know that the funds were even held there. You know, you get what I'm saying? And it's like they are nitpicking and trying to find a way to destroy. That's the powers that be. When they want to find a way to destroy you, we're going to kick your money out the bank. We're going to sign it. When are we as people going to have enough of that? And that's what I speak on this channel. You don't have to agree with him. But think about, and see, that's the problem with people. When they don't agree with you, they agree with the opposition. They don't agree with it being your right to do so. He didn't yell fire in the theater that can cause harm to nobody. Well, people can get upset. Well, people need to get upset sometimes. People need to get upset sometimes. It's part of life. You know what I mean? People make us upset all the time over here or whatever. So I just find that we getting into this emotional, sensitive space in the world to where now banks and companies are silencing you. And I just think that it wasn't J.B. Morgan Chase Bank. Whether he said any kind of things, I mean, we can talk about everybody else, but we can't talk about Jewish people or anybody else. If you are a protected class, you get talked about. Black people get talked about. Okay, we get killed. You gonna get talked about too. And I think black people need to understand that. Like, look how many times we've been beaten up by the police, by each other, white people or whatever. Look how much abuse we have taken with each other, amongst each other, and other races. And we still here. But when you say something that hurts somebody else's feelings, they want to destroy you. When, even if you disagree with Ye, when are you going to say, nope, that's the way he thinks, that's his right, and we're going to stand with him on his right alone? When? I mean, because I think, I just think that is, at the end of the day, he does he has mixed children. Him wearing that shirt, what? Then what? Then people coming at him. He coming back at them with daggers. Now everybody want to act like he just off the rockers again. No. He's tired of saying he's a type of person that like to express. Rush Limbaugh said a whole lot of crazy stuff. So did Howard Stern. And they asses still around. They get kicked out, they get sanctioned, they get fined, and they keep on going. But soon as a black brother stand up and do some things, y'all want to show him and flex your powers. And I just think that sometimes we as black people, when we get so offended with the White Lives Matter shirt, we don't even look at Black Lives Matter to see what they really didn't do in the first goddamn place. Think about it. Black Lives Matter didn't do shit. They ain't put no schools nowhere. So why get so offended because he wore a White Lives Matter shirt, Black America? That's just my take on it. In the meantime, in between time, give me your take. This is Spittin' Fire's perspective, okay? Because if we can't do better, we can't expect for nobody else to do better. You understand what I'm saying? And if I'm tired of being silenced. I'm tired of being told what I can and can't say. Even in the sector that I'm from with R. Kelly situation. I'm tired of people telling me I can't support this man. Or I can't do this. I got to go with the go along, get along. Or I got to be with the movement. I'm sick of it. It's been going on for 5 years and I'm tired of it. And I'm almost like, yay, I just want to express myself. Sometimes you need to tell somebody, fuck you. And in that way. And this is Spittin' Fire. And that's all I'm going to say. Fire out.